All right, so welcome to the Curious Dad. So this is a podcast where we're going to sort of be curious and explore a whole range of topics and try and understand and just sort of approach how do we raise young boys into good, secure, strong men or well-adapted men. So I don't have the answers. Do either of you two have the answers yet?
Kinda.
Kinda? Okay, well, we'll draw that out. My name's Daniel. I'm obviously the dad, and these are my two boys. So I've got
William
and
Jack.
And Jack. All right. So each week we're going to explore a different topic. Some probably emotional, some amusing. We'll try and have a bit of fun with it. So this week we're going to talk a little bit around achievement and effort and behaviours a little bit. So we've sort of hit that point or that time of year where it's athletics carnivals, and we've also had a culmination in what they do at the local school called Kilometre Club, where each week they go down, they run, or they will count 2 days worth of laps, so 30 minutes, as many laps as you can, and they'll take 2 of those days.
The two best.
2 best days, and then they add them up over the 10 weeks and you get your total. So this year they were able to go down there 4 times a week?
Yeah, but
So
only... Actually, no, every day of the week.
So yeah, this year they did it every day, and the idea is to get kids out and get them active before school. So it's just a really cool concept where kids will go out, spend about 30 minutes running around or walking or just doing whatever they like, and they're anywhere from sort of 1 to 15 laps, 16 laps. So some kids get after it, some just go down and enjoy it. But the idea is just to get them to be active and do what they want at their own pace. So we'll start off with athletics first. So we've been pretty, well, I wouldn't say lucky, but we've come away with some silverware this year. So yeah. William got age champion, and so we'll talk about before the athletics carnival. Do you remember some of the things that I said to you?
Well, you said that the effort would matter more than the achievements, and you said a lot of stuff to help me.
Yep.
Get through it if I don't win or if I don't get a ribbon or anything.
Yeah. And was there a point there where you didn't think, because you got age champion last year, so you felt as though, or did you feel as though there was a bit of pressure to get age champion again?
Well, I felt because obviously,
yep.
He's a competitor and he got it the year before that, so I felt like I needed to get it to make it, because he got 1, I got 1, and then now I've got 2.
Okay. And was there a point there where you weren't sure whether you were going to get age champion?
Yes.
Okay.
Around 11 o'clock when he had 1 more point than me.
All right. And were you worried about not getting the achievement, or what did you do? Where did your mind go? What did you think?
I was just thinking about the events after that morning tea and just getting ready for them.
Okay,
and not
cool.
really worrying about that he had 1 more point.
And if you didn't get it, would it have mattered?
No, because I would have got runners up.
Yeah, and what would have made you feel good at the end of the day?
If I put in my amount of effort that I could have.
Yep. And
came out with a ribbon or anything like that.
Yeah, okay. So the reward's probably less important. It's just feeling as though you've done your best.
Yeah.
Okay, and me putting words into your mouth. Do you remember the poem that I showed you before you did it?
I remember it, but I don't remember the words.
Yeah, so we did The Man in the Arena, which just mostly spoke about getting in there and doing the effort and not worrying about the critic that never makes any effort and just sits on the sideline and just throws abuse at people.
Yeah.
Because they're too scared to get in there and compete, sort of thing. So, yeah, and when you do these things, what do we reward? When you come home, what do we make you feel good about?
Effort and everything that you did to get that and to get to that position.
Yeah, so we don't so much reward the achievement, do we? So when you think about your value or what makes you feel important, what do you think you need to do? And be really honest with me, what do you think matters to me and your mum?
That I have some fun and I actually put in effort and don't come out upset.
Yeah, and be good sportsmen, so behaviours, not achievements. All right, cool. So we came away with age champion and we're still pretty happy with that, aren't we? Because, like I say, you're entitled to the work but not the reward, but you'll never get the reward without the work, will you? So you've got to put in the work. Sometimes, and athletics is a bit different from some other things because there is an ability component. So if somebody is faster or they jump higher, you can't really outwork speed, can you?
No.
You just do your best. So sometimes other kids are just further along the path of development than you, and you can only do your best. But this year we've mixed ability and effort, and we came away with the goods, sort of thing. So well done. It's a good achievement, and we sort of did congratulate on the achievement, but the effort. And so we're going to move along to Kilometre Club. So you, unfortunately, in your year, it's a little bit more competitive, isn't it? Just move closer.
In athletics carnival.
Yeah. So there's some kids there that are a little bit faster than you, and they jump a little bit higher, and you're...
Especially because it was mostly sprints.
Yeah. You're good at the 800, because what do you love about the 800?
Long distance.
Yeah, and you're happy to go to a dark place, aren't you? What do we talk about? Taking kids into deep water, don't we? And see who can survive. And you took a few kids into deep water on yours, didn't you, William?
Yeah, I took.
So when you did yours, what did you do?
I just stayed with the top 3.
Yeah.
And kept pushing them.
Yeah, and you took some kids into deep water, and some swim with you, others fall away, don't they? They just don't like it in that when the pain gets that much. So cool. So you did good on the 800 because you use mental ability over actual physical ability.
Except at the end when one kid took me over.
Yeah, but like I said,
just at the final, like 10 meters.
He's just got a little bit more speed than you. But yeah, you certainly made him work for it, that's for sure, which is all you can ask. But then the Kilometre Club. So for 10 weeks, what did you do?
Ran.
You got, well, it starts before school, doesn't it? So you had to get to school early, didn't you?
Yeah. Just before 8, I normally got there.
Yeah, so for 10 weeks solid, you got to school early, and it was often 3 times a week, wasn't it? So
yeah, I would come like 3 or 4 times, sometimes 5.
And you run as many laps as you can? Some days not so many. We talk about when it gets really difficult, a lot of kids start taking it easy, don't they? So when was it the hardest? What week?
Probably the first week because I just needed to get used to it because I hadn't done it since last year, and and do you find it's a little bit fun for a few weeks and then you get into the middle and it's just a slog because it's the shine wears off, doesn't it? Yeah. And that's when a lot of kids don't come in it. Yeah. And then towards the end everyone turns up because they want a big finish, don't they? Yeah, but you have to take it hard during the middle. You got to do the work when it's boring and it's hard, don't you? Okay, and then it got a bit competitive. There was you and a couple other boys that was sort of not too competitive, it was a bit of fun competition. And then yesterday, what happened? Well, yesterday it was assembly and you did the Kilometre Club medals announcing. So you would get a medal if you, like, each grade had a certain distance they had to run, and if you ran higher you would get a medal, and and they always say the last 3 are always the best, and it was the last group, and I hadn't got called yet, and then they said another boy, and at 104 kilometres. And then one of my good friends, 108, and then I knew I would have won because I got really excited because I hadn't got said, and then they called me up with 110, and I broke the school record again. So who owned the school record? Me. You, from last year. So you broke the school record in 3rd grade, which is pretty cool, and then you broke your own record again this year. But next year, I think the competitive kids are going to come for you, sort of thing. But again, throughout the whole 10 weeks, what did we reward? Because you got your little certificates each time they come back for every 10 kilometres, and what did you feel was important to me and Mum for, like, what made you feel good for Kilometre Club? Well, I mostly just liked running with my friends. Yeah. And I'm proud of my good friend because he came 2nd. Yeah, he did really well. You two go down there and you just enjoy it, sort of thing. We always run together. Yeah. I just beat him by 2 kilometres. Did you think me and Mum were pushing you to run at all? No. We just supported you and said, because often we said if you don't want to go, don't go. Yeah, at least my best friend tried, and he got 56. Yeah, and I like the Kilometre Club because I think it shows effort. It shows good behaviours and it shows effort. And again, like
if you're not putting in the effort, you're not going to get a big result, sort of thing. So it's nice to get the reward at the end, isn't it? But what makes you feel good about it?
Just really,
It's just fun for you, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, even though it sometimes gets a bit tough, I'd always go like maybe 3 days hard, and then the other 2 days I would maybe rest and play with my friends.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
just chat,
perfect.
do some walking laps and chat.
Yeah, and it's like the other things that we do. So we do a lot of sports, and sometimes you just get best player, or you just get rewards. In most things, you get rewards, and even your grades, you get rewards. So, what do you think that me and Mum really like? What do you think that when it comes home, what do you feel you need to show us for us to like?
Effort.
Effort.
And
Is that what you genuinely feel?
Yeah.
You don't think that we focus all our attention on what you can achieve?
No.
And does that make you feel as though when you get older you need to achieve a lot of things, or you just need to be you?
It probably, when I'm older, would make me feel like I need to be myself.
Yeah, just do what you
But you
want.
still need to achieve something.
Well, achievements are good.
Like
yeah.
just achievement of getting a job. And
Oh yeah, but you want to get a job that you don't think you have to get a big wage, or have to get a big house, or you have to get, a big important position. You want to get a job that you love, don't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
like I want to be a referee.
A referee. Cool. Not many players are going to like you. They're going to think that you're cheating.
Why?
Well, how many referees do you think that don't cheat?
Oh, true.
That's right. You're going to be a referee.
Rugby union referee.
All right, you could be the first really good referee, because no one I've spoken to thinks that any of them are fair just yet.
I like, what's his name, Nick?
Yeah, there's some good rugby referees going around. We're just being a bit silly, aren't we?
Yeah.
All right, so I think the big takeaway from this is that achievements are really good, but you don't want your value to be just achievements, do you? You don't want to chase
Yeah.
achievements. You just want to develop good behaviours, good habits, work really hard and do what you love. All right, would you agree? And is that how we make you feel?
I managed to make it into the 200 metre and 100 metre finals at Sports Day.
Yeah. You did really
Which
well.
I'm
You worked-
surprised, because I'm not very good at sprints.
Yeah, you work really hard,
Except-
and you've come a long way over the years.
Good friend. He came first in the 100 metre final and second in the 200.
Yeah. And from where you were running years ago to where you are now, it's a huge improvement, because you've worked really hard to get better at it. All right, perfect. All right, is there anything you guys want to say?
No.
Happy?
I think we've covered everything on this topic.
All right, yeah, and we'll explore topics a little bit. So that'll do us for this week, and then we'll come up with another interesting topic next week. And I think we might talk a little bit around what it was like to have me at home for 4 years.
Oh, yeah?
Whether you preferred having me here or having me provide things for you. So whether you prefer, and we'll talk about that. I'm not going to prime you with the answers just yet. I'll try not to guide your answers too much a little bit, but I have to kind of tease some of them out. But I think that'll do for this week. So appreciate everyone that listened in. Next week we'll talk a little bit around the importance of being present as a male role model or as a father, and we'll get some feedback from the boys as to what they think was important and how much they enjoyed it. So again, thanks for listening. Look forward to next week's episode.